Hello everyone and welcome to Revisit Your Lesson. For Revisit Your Lesson today, we're going to look at that part of the lesson where we talked about accurate, simple sentences. So, our focus, sentences, and I used the starting part of the sentence, a sentence must have. I wonder what you said a sentence must have. Let's look. Every sentence, very important. Every sentence must have a verb. So, the verb is the action word. Every sentence. So, you can work out, is this group of words a sentence? By first of all looking, does this group of words have a verb? And then, every sentence must begin with a capital letter. Does this group of words begin with a capital letter? Every sentence must have end punctuation, and you can see there it says full stop. It might be an exclamation mark or a question mark, but every sentence must have end punctuation. And every sentence must have words in the correct order. Well, that makes sense. So, make sure that your sentences make sense. Words are in the correct order. So, what else do sentences have? Well, hello Mickey. Yes, sentences have nouns. The name of something or the thing that you were talking about. Why is that important for a sentence? Well, that's because of the subject of the sentence. So the subject of the sentence, what you're talking about, is going to be a noun. It's going to be a person or a thing that you're talking about. So we now have three parts to the sentence. SVO, subject, verb, object. And we talked about that structure. So we're just going to revisit part of that to remind ourselves. To begin with, is glaring us a sentence? Well, glaring, yes, I can see the cat is glaring there. Glaring is a verb, so the sentence has a verb. Look, I can see a capital letter, so that starts the sentence. But I can also see a pronoun, us, that's in place of the noun. However, does it make sense? Does it need more words? It needs more words to make sense so that we understand who is glaring. So that's not a sentence. What about I like chocolate? Let's think. What's the verb? Yes, like. And what's the subject of the sentence? Who are we talking about? Well, we're talking about me, I. Yes. And do we have an object? What that verb is doing something to or referring to? Yes, chocolate. So, I like chocolate. Is there a capital letter? Yes. Is there a full stop? Yes. So that's a complete sentence. The whiteboard pen. Is there a verb in that set of words? Is there a noun in that set of words? Does the set of words begin with a capital letter and a full stop? Well, we do know that this is about the pen, the whiteboard pen. So we do know our subject. And we do know there's a capital letter, and we do know there's a full stop. Where's the verb? The set of words must have a verb to be a sentence. So there's no verb there. Can't be a sentence. What about if the set of words was the whiteboard pen is on the table? So now have you got a verb? Yes, is. And the object of the sentence is the table, and the subject of the sentence is still the whiteboard pen, and we've got a capital letter and we have a full stop, so it makes sense to me. Does that make sense to you? Yes, that's a sentence. Let's start with the verb. Does this set of words have a verb? Yes, shouted. Does this set of words have a subject or plural? The subjects are the boys. Oh, wait a minute, I don't know. The subject might be he. And I'm not quite sure because there's a capital letter and a full stop. But those words are not in the right order. He, the boys shouted. Because the words are not in the right order, it doesn't make sense. So I think the sentence should be, he shouted at the boys. Then it would be a correct sentence because we would be using our verb after he, so he would be the subject, and the boys would be the object of the shouting. So this is not a sentence, it's not complete. I hit him. Hopefully I didn't, because I wouldn't do that. But that sentence is just there to give you an example of subject, verb, object, capital letter, full stop. That's a complete sentence because I, the subject, I'm talking about what I did, hit, the action, the verb, and him, the object, what the verb was doing something to someone, and it was him. So I hit him, capital letter, full stop, complete, simple sentence. I went to work. Now, there's a little note there to remind us that the word went is the past tense of go. So went is the verb. The subject is me because I'm talking about myself when I say I. And I know when I am looking at that verb, it's talking about going somewhere. I know where I'm going. I'm going to work, so that's the object. It has a capital letter and it ends with a full stop. So that is a complete sentence. I went to work. And practice looking at your reading, taking out a sentence at a time and working out how is that a complete sentence, and remember what we agreed as a class as to what a complete sentence is. And let's begin by looking for the verb and then thinking about who's doing that action, or what is that all about? What is the sentence about? Who or what is the sentence about? And that's your subject. And then what's happening at the end where you've got that verb? Something that's being done to them is when you're talking about that object. So subject, verb, object, simple sentence, and you really need this when we start at entry level 1 functional skills. So keep practicing so that you get it perfect. Bye now.